Have you been freaking out because you saw MGK's blackout bodysuit tattoos, or that Beyonce is putting out country music, or maybe that Billie Eilish is calling out TikTokers at the People's Choice Awards because she doesn't think that they belong to be there? Then this video is for you. My name is Alex Majewski, also known as jsky, and in this video I'm going to be talking about celebrity scandals and just drama and gossip that's been going on the past week or so. So with that being said, let's get into this shit. Let's start out with MGK's blackout tattoos. I was on Instagram the other day and it just fucking showed up on my feed, and at first I genuinely thought it was just like airbrushing or something like that. Super shiny, the way the light's bouncing off of it. And as I'm just like clicking on it, I stumble on Rocks, the tattoo artist page, and on there you just see like a bunch of other people with these blackout tattoo suits, and I'm like, shit, maybe this is real. And I read the caption and it's like, for spiritual reasons or purposes only. I'm like, oh shit, he blacked the shit out. He deleted every post on his IG. One of the first things I think of is like, I'm like, super cool dude, super talented, really love his hip hop and his pop punk stuff, but he has some shitty tattoos. He has like the fucking highway sign from where he's from in Ohio, at Cleveland, and yeah, and like the bricks on his stomach. So immediately, like, I glimpse at this photo and I'm thinking like, well, at least he covered up the fucking bricks, and that is like the one tattoo that he didn't cover. And then when you zoom in, you could see like the other tattoos. So straight across the belly, he has locals only, and then there's like a man holding a sign that's like, we want change. He talked about in a few articles just like, no one understands his art, he's always misunderstood, things like that. One of the things I do have to say about MGK is that he's amazing at is just staying top of mind, staying in the limelight, and that's something that a lot of other artists can't do, and that is what really propels him to the top and makes his career just like fucking stand out amongst just being like another artist, another indie artist, pop artist, rapper. There's a gazillion of them, but there's only one MGK. Let's not forget his roots. He came in just being kind of like a hype rapper who rapped really fast, wasn't getting a ton of respect, had the beef with Eminem. People were just like on the fence if he just ruined his fucking career battling Eminem, but low-key everyone knows that his shit was way doper. The only thing that like is a negative against him in that beef with Eminem is that he was just mentioning so many of Eminem's successes in order to like make the punchlines, which just kind of lets everyone know that he's bigger. But as soon as he kind of buried that portion of his career, he skyrocketed, and he was kind of driving that whole pop punk revival. It's fucking crazy that he's covered up his matching Tickets to My Downfall tattoo with Travis Barker on his forearm, but nonetheless, that shit's really growing on me. He's using it to kind of show the next phase in his musical journey, and the new song is fucking rad, as so is the video. He's kind of using this makeover and covering all his tattoos as a way to showcase this new portion of his career, this new era. So yeah, I guess Taylor Swift isn't the only one who's going to be doing an Eras tour. MGK 2025 Eras tour. Tickets to My Downfall. Speaking of Taylor Swift, we have her man, her boyfriend, Travis Kelce, winning his third fucking Super Bowl. Go figure, she's dating the most successful football player that's out with the fucking illest fade. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. And they had a couple words after the show. She just flew back for the Super Bowl to just like fucking show up for her man, and what she said to him was, I am in absolute disbelief, you were so magical. And Travis Kelce's reply was, how do you not have jet lag right now? And she said, jet lag is a choice. Some publications like TMZ are saying that their relationship is fake. Like, if they're fucking, then there's no way that like they wouldn't know what to say to each other and be that fucking awful and like awkward. I know you Swifties are some fucking crazy baddies, so I am not going to even go there, but I want to know in the comments, do you think their relationship is bullshit? Do you think it's real? Just let me know in the comments and we'll take it from there. And then we have the People's Choice Awards with Billie Eilish. Super talented, usually really humble, and she's fucking talking shit about TikTokers who are getting invited to the People's Choice Awards. Like, these are TikTokers that have like 5 to 7 million followers on TikTok and the same amount on Instagram. Obviously, the people are choosing to fucking like them. And in today's day, being a TikToker and influencer is like being a modern blogger or a journalist. And these are people who are promoting the People's Choice Awards, showing it on their Instagrams, their lives, and doing all of this stuff and bringing more attention to the whole community and that award ceremony. For Billie Eilish to be talking shit about TikTokers is really gatekeepery and just like kind of like a douche move. And yeah, I think it's a lot of character for her. Maybe she's like salty because she feels like they're fucking cool or they're not talented enough or whatever it is. but nonetheless, this is an award show that the people literally vote. It's not like the fucking Grammys, so I don't know what to say, dude. And to bring things full circle, at like an after party in Vegas, I believe it was, with Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift, MGK, and fucking Megan Fox, MGK's girl, there was this photo that just made Megan Fox looked like she pretty much like Zac Efron herself, and like from Jennifer's body to that photo was like Frankenstein. If Frankenstein was hot, no. And there was so much confusion on the whole thing that she actually commented on the photo saying just this. She added the comment to the photo, which actually caused the scandal. It was just a darkened photo from my phone where I look like a Ukrainian inflatable doll, when in reality I look like one of those super expensive silicone real sex dolls that you could only buy in Japan. That's what she wrote. And being MGK's girl, she obviously has learned a thing or two from him. And when she posted that shit photo, like with the bad lighting that made her look like fucking Frankenstein or Zac Efron, like that was probably on purpose, because she followed up with a beautiful photo where her face is illuminated. So if she had a choice to pick between the two, she picked the one that would get the most engagement, get the most likes, and it makes sense. But they're fucking dope, and yeah, I don't care. Jennifer's body for life, my dude. MGK tickets to my downfall. Hate me. Say how much you hate me in the comments. Meanwhile, while we're all out here trying to do our fucking best, buying a dozen roses, spending every dollar that we have in the bank, we have fucking A$AP Rocky and Rihanna in Paris on Valentine's Day. The fuck? Then to find out that Kate Hudson was in Home Alone 2, a small scene in the chorus, but still, she's on her podcast talking about getting residuals. I wish my mom was famous. She was a drug addict. Now she's dead. Fuck. That was supposed to be funnier, but Next we have Beyonce, so influential, so talented. She's from Texas, but we know her as like the fucking queen, fucking badass of pop, of R&B, and she's dropping country singles now. I checked it out. My boy hit me up. He's like, yo, this shit's fucking crazy. It's whack. I think he was just confused. I checked it out. All of the writers, Hitman on there, like it's stacked up. It's an amazing song. It still sounds like Beyonce, but it's really well done. And being as smart as she is, and I know Jay-Z as well, are just very business minded, knowing that she is as big as she is, it's kind of like, she saturated that market for pop and R&B as much as possible, and taking the approach to kind of cross over to country, which is actually twice as big as pop music, is the only thing she could do if she wants to get larger. And I'm sure she likes country. She grew up in Houston and shit like that. It's just not the music that she was choosing to use for her career. It's not the path that she took. And we've seen that with artists like Taylor Swift starting out country pop, shifting into pop. John Mayer went from doing pop, singer-songwriter, shifting into country. We've also seen that with like rappers like Nelly doing songs with Tim McGraw. It's something that's proven time and time again to work, and it's a really smart move, and I completely see where she's coming from, and she's doing it well. So go do your thing, Beyonce. And when I heard about it, I was like, I'm gonna fucking roast this shit, but listening to the song, I really can't say anything too bad about it. If you like it, then you should have put some country on it. Next thing is something like a little more serious, kind of cool, kind of scary. We have Sorta AI. Like a year ago, we had Dolly, different versions of it, and they had that fucking busted Will Smith, like kind of goopy looking thing where he's like eating breakfast. So the way it works is it's text inputted. So you would put something, for example, you'd be like MGK in Gotham City, walking, rapping down the street, and they generate like a minute long of beautiful cinematography that looks just like it. There's some lags, there's like some frame rate things that are a little glitchy, but honestly very passable. Where this gets scary for people that work in production like myself and a lot of my homies is that big commercials like Coca-Cola and Ford and even just like Billabong showing like a fucking drone shot of the ocean in Hawaii. These things could be replicated and for a lot cheaper. What would usually cost big companies sometimes $1 million or a couple $100,000 could be just taken away. You could have one person inputting fucking text at the company, generating it, maybe having one person chop it up and doing some other shit, and there goes everyone's careers and their jobs. The same thing goes with music. There's a lot of people, you could sing something shitty in AI and it converts your voice to fucking Dave Grohl. There's just so much stuff going on, and although it's really cool and futuristic, it is nuts. And like, I remember, just to go off topic, going back to college, like I had a bad experience at ATMs at Bank of America. I lost like all my rent money, put like $1,300 in for the semester. It fucking ate my money. I had to wait for a criminal investigation. So I was always like, had a bad taste in my mouth about using ATMs. I went in and the tellers, they were pushing me to use the ATMs for like a year or two. And I was like, yo, I want to like talk to a person because I don't want this issue to happen. And they're like, oh, it never happens. It's very rare. Well, I'm like, well, this shit happened to me and I didn't have the money to back it up. So just seeing how everyone's just kind of like fucking plummeting to their own career death is beyond me. So I think everyone should slow the fuck down. And I do want to know what you guys think of ChatGPT, Sorta AI, and everything that you were seeing, because it is really impressive, but it's fucking spooky. Then we have Bobby Altoff, who is like the podcaster who had Drake and every fucking big celebrity on her podcast out of nowhere, straight plant, super cute, pretty funny and like dry in like a kind of indie, like, I don't know, she's funny. Nonetheless, she like recently went onto Twitter and she thought she was like having a viral moment. She's like, oh my God, I can't believe it. People love my podcast again. And she like clicked on a video of herself and it's her doing some explicit shit. And she's saying it's not her. She's saying it's like AI generated. Maybe she released it herself just to get more fucking eyes on her. Maybe someone did it to just be funny. Nonetheless, that happened and that's some fucking crazy shit. I don't know if we have any other Vanderpump Rules fans in the house, but I am a huge fan. Lisa Vanderpump, Jax, fucking Tom Sandoval, Scandoval, all that shit going on. For those of you who don't know, he cheated on his girlfriend of 10 years, Ariana Madix, like a year ago. There's been a shitstorm going on. He hooked up with his ex-girlfriend's best friend, Raquel, who is a lot younger, and they hit it for like a fucking year. Nonetheless, what's going on right now is he's comparing the drama and shitstorm in his life to the trials of O.J. Simpson and the death of George Floyd, and he's getting a lot of backlash. He's saying it wasn't him. He's like blaming his PR for like rapid spitballing like text, or maybe she put it on, whatever it is, he deleted, he's apologized, but that shit's crazy. Scandoval, Vanderpump Rules. This is not a sponsored post, but I would like this fucking show to keep going, so let's go for like an 11, 12, 13th season. So if anyone sees this that's in the cast, let me know you've seen it in the comments. Scandoval, if you're coming to New York City, hit me up. I want to come to the show. I know I'm talking a little bit of shit about you right now, but I'm a big fan. And then we have Gwen Stefani with the band No Doubt. They haven't performed together since like 2015, and it just came out that they're having a reunion and they're going to be performing at Coachella. To give you guys a little bit of background, there was a lot of like fucking shit going on in that band back in the day. She was actually like in love and dating the bassist Tony, and he was like a dickhead and didn't treat her right and cheated on her and all this shit. It kind of worked out in her favor. She went on to fucking marry the singer Bush. Now she's like married to a country star and has babies, and her life has really been great. She's a holla back girl. She's just a fucking pop star. She was saying on a blog that I was listening to, she's like, oh, we haven't rehearsed yet for the shows. And to be honest, I think we should all rehearse independently and just like kind of show up. It'll be super punk and like grungy. It'd be funny if it was a shit storm. And she was also saying there's like a lot of like water under the bridge, and being that close to one another is gonna kind of be crazy. So I'm going off of that, like they want to have a revival. They want to just kind of like pay homage to like their legacy, but they're not that close. And I thought that was really funny. And regardless if it works out, if it doesn't really matter for Gwen Stefani. It's more important for the band that they get like another fucking moment to shine, because what else has anyone in that band really been doing? Anyway, this is my first time not doing like a music history video about alternative emo rappers, 2000s music, shit like that. I just wanted to talk some shit about some of the things I've been paying attention to on social media, fucking scandals, drama, all that stuff. Let me know if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future. I'll definitely be doing more music history videos like I have in the past. So subscribe to the video, follow me on IG at jskyproduction. I appreciate everyone for tuning in, showing support every week. My name's Alex Majewski, also known as JSky. I appreciate you guys so much. You have no idea. See you next week. Peace.